All right, all right. Okay, okay. All right, guys. So you're welcome once again to today's live stream. Today is jobless claim. So basically, about about 18 minutes ago, we had the data release. So all right. So let's see. Let's see. Tap 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 tap. We are live again. Live again. We are live again. Okay, so this is it, guys. This is it, guys. So let's get started. Okay, so this is US oil. So let's check pound USD. So earlier on we had a pound interest rate coming up, so which of course I was able to capture the buy. So basically I think it was a 30 minutes time frame trade. Yes. So before the release I was looking out for this setup. So this candle was currently in motion, this doji, so we just had to take a buy at that level. So I was looking forward for price to test. You can see my alert right there. So this is where I picked my buy, was waiting for price to hit this alert and just exit around that area, but it didn't get there, so I ended up exiting somewhere 12833. Yeah, 2833. I think here, somewhere here. That is where Z30. If you check out my Twitter, my Instagram, you will see it popping up right there. So I shared my trade, of course, there. So basically, what am I looking forward to on this pair? You can see we had a rejection. So if I pull this, so we had a rejection around that minor supply. I would say on the 30 minutes, but if you step to the 1 hour, you could see it's a solid supply level at that point. So basically we did see a rejection right at that area, and that is what price is currently respecting. So for me, I would pause on a pound dollar, get to see what gold would be doing. So gold, of course, if you're on my telegram, I did give a call on gold that I'm going to be going short. Looking forward to price. I'm looking forward to 2150, 21.50. So that is what I'm looking forward to. But so let's see, 21.50. That is the call I gave at in my Instagram, sorry, Telegram page. So I'm sure the boys are still rock and rolling in that trade. So let's see. So far I'm still going to be looking out for the sell continuation here in the stream. So basically I want to go over what I did in the last stream. So this was a sell trade I called out in the last stream, which I said price is heading towards this level, which of course while we were still live it did hit that point, and I also said that when we break this level, we are heading to 1919. So this 1919 had been a level I was looking out for since last week, which of course price did push towards at this level and rejected, went corrected bullish. So today, based on the jobless claim, if this close bearish the way it is in the next 7 minutes, going back to the M30, then we should be looking out for a bearish continuation to this point. That is a possibility. So that is basically what I'm going to be looking out for, but I'm not concluding yet on gold because there are a series of rejection at this area. All right, so I'm also paying attention to this rejection as well on this 30 minutes time frame. So I want to see how price reacts to these rejections, because we had about 1 2 3 4 5 taking place previously. We are ignoring this sharp one that tried to test the 1919. So of course this area becomes a significant level to watch out for. If we have a significant break, then we should see price head towards the 1919. But looking at the release, I'm also being a little bit skeptical at this point. So as a matter of fact, I had exited this sell, as a matter of fact, because I was going to come to the live stream, so let's thread together live. So now this is what I'm going to be looking out for on gold. So let me just quickly do and jump to my US30, which of course we should be expecting something massive over there as well. So I'm going to be leaving these two levels as a closure. So we want to see price go above this once again, then I'll go in for the buys. But if this close bearish the way it is with some bearish pressure in it, then price should continue bearish on gold. So basically I'm going to be staying on the M15 here on gold to have a clearer confirmation, and of course have a lower risk, because I don't want to probably take a sell here. I'm putting my SL at this point 1931. That will be way much. I don't like to have big stops, right? So I'm gonna stay here. If it closes this way, then of course I'm just gonna go in for the sell. Then I will use this area as my SL. So I'm just gonna mark that area so that I do not go beyond it. So I want to see it on the M15. So that is the candle I'm referencing, this previous bearish candle. All right, so I want to reference that previous bearish candle. This is going to be my SL and TP1, TP2. All right, so I'm going to be patient, waiting for the candle to close. So I'm not going to jump. This is not a sell stop trade, guys. So let's get back here. All right, so here we are on US30. So US30, if you had watched my weekly analysis, you would have seen that I had already said that we are looking forward for a sell. This is it here, right here. So this is where the week open. So I see Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this is when I did my analysis. So I said that we are looking for sell for this week, and this is the ultimate target. So you can go back to the go back to the channel, go through the page. You will see just last week Sunday, just on Sunday, I posted this week's analysis, so you would have seen that. So far we have done a massive drop on US30. So overall target based on the weekly analysis is 33,800. So I will be expecting price to still push them, because you can see there is still bearish pressure. We did see an accumulation at this point. Price broke below previous candles low, and it's kind of still dropping. So I'll be monitoring this guy for sell. So basically we are just some pips away from 33,800, and we are 3 minutes away from this 1 hour candle close. So what I'm going to be doing, since I'm expecting a sell, I'm going to be looking out for a sell stop right about this level. So if the current candle's low is taken out, then I should expect volume towards this, and it might even break to test this rejection point. So let's also take note of that level as well. So 33,772. So basically US30, I'm gonna be looking at for sell. So let me look at the M30. So we have this on the M30. So let's look at a quick price action here. So we see all the drop, price broke structure, drop. So we did see, so this is somewhat of a double bottom right here, but I feel this is a trap to still push price downward. So we see a little bit of a zone at this point which price has tested and is rejecting. So if this ends up this way, then I should see price drop. So with this on the M30, I'll revise my entry. So what I'm gonna do is just to revise my entry. Instead of looking at the H1 break, I'll be looking at this. Yes, so anywhere around that, I'm gonna be going in for myself. So you can probably have a sell stop. So that is just basically 33867. So depending on your broker, so we have 1 minute to go. Oil is dropping. So basically this zone was identified previously. In our previous call, we had a sell call, which of course we were running a massive profit as well. So now price has retested this high and it is currently dropping. So let's stay with the US30. So US30, like I said, I'm expecting a sell. Because of the current setup. So let's see how it's gonna so get your sell stop ready at that point. So you can just use this high as your stop loss, and let's see how price will react at that point. Gold has actually dropped, so we were not able to take this trade because we did not have a sell stop, like I said. So I wanted to see how the candle closes, and of course I wouldn't go in for a sell right now. I've been seeing how this candle closed as a strong sell, and now we are seeing this kind of correction. So now some people might be tempted to jump in for this sell, of course, because they will say, okay, we had a strong rejection here on the previous 15 minutes candle, we have a strong sell confirmation, and we should expect more sells. Yeah, of course, that is right, but the question is here is, are you going to be able to manage risks in this particular trade? That is the question. Because if I pick a sell here, even though it ends up selling, where am I going to use as my stop loss? Where am I going to place my stop loss? Am I going to still maintain this level as my stop loss, or I'm going to now use the previous candle's high as my stop loss? So basically what I mean is using, let's measure it out. So let's say assuming I pick a trade right now, so am I going to use 34 pips as my stop loss, or am I going to maintain 43 pips? So that is extra 10 pips as my stop loss. So if I do that, let's say I still want to exit my first TP at this point, 21 pips, it doesn't make sense. But if I'm exiting at TP2, 44 pips, so that is about 1:1, right? So what it means that if I entered here, I should be willing to hold the trade all the way to my TP2. Yeah, so with that, like I said, even if it's gonna sell, it's a pass for me. It's a pass for me. So let's hang on US30 and see if it's gonna trigger and give us that so basically this is it. So even though it's not that much, it's almost like a 1:1. So we'll be risking about 67 and going for 93. So that is what it means with this. So but I feel this is more this is better off than the gold trade, even though it's selling, guys, like I said. So you want to pick trades that over time you will have a winning streak. You don't want to pick trades that in the short term it's a win, then what happens over time. Okay, so that is why most of my trades, if you go back to my channel, if you have been following me since I started the stream, or if you are part of my students, you will see and realize that I take trades with confirmations. So basically I look at certain confluences and I pick my trades, and the overall target is looking at your equity curve after series of trades, not just a result of one trade. We are not looking at a particular outcome of one trade, a particular outcome of maybe 3 trades. No, you want to look at series of trades. How can you replicate this setup you are trading? Is it profitable? Can you consistently make money from it? Or can you consistently manage risks with that particular setup? So these are some of the questions you need to consider whenever you are picking trades. Not when you see a red candle, just jump in and you cash out. All right. So congrats to the guys in the Telegram, because we have smashed that 1921.50 level. Congratulations to you guys. So this is oil. We cannot take oil, reason being that it's considering risk to reward, because at the end of the day you want to consider your risks, guys. You want to consider your risks before engaging in any trade, guys. You want to consider your risks. So considering the risks here, so let's take a look at the lower time frame. So on the lower time frame, we could have had opportunity if I had zoomed down here, but of course we were paying attention to US30 and gold, so we did not take a look at this. So we would have had an opportunity there, because this is a continuation pattern. All right, if you are a student of price action, you will understand that this is a continuation pattern. So we have this drop base, so we're expecting drop. So of course I would have gone into this trade, reason being that my risk will be small this would have been the risk. So what I'm just jumping here, just stop loss around this area, and I will be targeting that. So I would have been out of this trade right about now because we have two confluence there. So this is one, the horizontal confluence. Two, this is trend line that is being drawn from the 4-hour time frame. Okay guys, so whenever you are picking your trade, you want to exit at confluences. You don't want to probably be in a trade and it's giving you some massive profit, in the next moment you are like seeing your all your profit being washed away. That is not what you want to do. Okay, so this is also a trade we missed as well, so because we were paying attention to gold and US30. So US30 is the only trade right now that is more kind of, is a trade that we are more banking our hope on, because we missed out on gold because I wanted to I didn't want to enter a sell stop. I wanted to see how it closes, because the aim of this stream is to help people trade the right way, right? Is to help you trade the right way. So I come here to show you my system, how I trade using confirmations. So it's not about how to catch all the moves. So of course we could have caught this, right? Because we saw this when I drew this, of course, and I told you guys, okay, this is my reference point for a sell. Okay, but I want to see how this candle closed, and it did close strong bearish. Okay, and what happened next? It did, the new candle open, try to push up, and I said, okay, fine, this is still a sell, but I cannot join this sell. Reason being that the risks that I'm supposed to manage will not be properly managed, because if I do that, I'm going to be going to in for a 1:1 trade, which for me does not really sit well for me. So what happens if you have two losing trades? You will need at least 3 winning trades to stay afloat. So I wouldn't advise you to go for mostly 1:1 trade. No, at least go for 1:1.5, 1:2, 1:3, 1:4. Let your reward be higher than your risk, so that over time, whenever you're having a series of loss, your wins can compensate for it and you will still stay afloat. All right guys, so feel free to drop your comments. What is your view? Do you think gold is gonna break 1919 as expected, which it has just done? So do you think it's gonna go beyond that? Let's see. So basically, looking at the price action here on gold, there's a probability that it's still going to go bearish. Okay, but for me, I'm done with gold, right? Because I was looking at this volume in this candle. So if you take a critical look at this candle here, so that is where I was looking at volume. So I wanted that liquidity to be taken out, all right, or to be filled. Wanted to see a balance in volume in this candle, and that is what has happened. So price has tested to complete and balance whatever volume was in this candle, all right. So at this point, for me, gold, I'm done, guys. I'm done on gold. So until maybe tomorrow, we want to see price next push should be price testing this rejection point. So of course that should be for tomorrow. Okay, so depending on price action, for me, I'm out of gold. I want to see US30 do what I'm expecting. That is what I'm counting on. US oil has also uh, dropped, but of course we were not paying attention to this, so it also a trade we missed. Pound USD is a trade I said I already caught the buy, so I'm not comfortable with the sell looking at the structure, even though this structure has been taken out. So this structure has been taken out, right? So I'm not comfortable with what it's doing at the moment, but it's a clear sign that we might see more bells. Reason being that this is a strong rejection followed by sell confirmation. Now this current sell has broken immediate structure, so there might be a possibility that we should see price test this level. So we have about, let's say, 42 pips range to fill if price is going to test this rejection zone. So that is basically what I'm seeing on US30, but sorry, on pound dollar, but I'm not gonna engage in it. So make sure you confirm with your system and go in for the sell if you are comfortable with the sell. All right, so US30 is approaching our entry. So basically I'm gonna be risking a portion of what I made in the pound USD trade. So basically that is what I am actually working on. Okay, so let's see. So we have about 40 minutes to go for the 130 candle. This 30 minutes candle to close for us to see the new 30 minutes candle. All right, so let's step down to 15 minutes. All right, so still yet to trigger. From the look of things, of course, we should trigger. So now, looking at the structure here on the M15, so I'm going to revise my stop loss to this point. So I'll be risking 58 instead of previously, I think it was 70 or so. Yeah, I think it was 70. So I'm revising my SL using this structure right here. Okay, that is how I revise my SL. All right. So I'm gonna stay on the US30. We don't want to miss the action there. So today as well, we miss the action on gold. Action here live, not behind the scene, guys. Like I said. So you have 10 minutes to go, and yes, we are in. Yes, we are in at this point. So let's see. So at this point, we are left in the messes of the market. So now that we are in, so I'm gonna step back to M30 and watch it from here, right? Because sometimes when you are on the lower time frame, it makes it kind of triggers your emotion. All right. So you want to understand the time frame with which you are comfortable with. So even though you have decided the risks you are going to be taking, if you are, even though you are still staying within your risk parameters, there are time frames with which when you stay and you see how the candle fluctuates, you might not be able to still remain the trade. So you want to understand the time frame with which you are comfortable with the price action, with how it rolls, then you stay with that time frame so that you do not exit your trades or uh, take irrational decisions when you are in a trade. So some people, their time frame is 1 hour, some might be 4 hours, some might be 15 minutes, some might be the 30 minutes. So stay with me on the 30 minutes. So you have about 8 minutes to go for the new 30 minutes candle to pop open. So with this rejection, so let me break down this trade once again for you to understand. So you had this rejection not just at this zone but also at this psychological level. Okay, so now if this close with this bearish confirmation, so there's a high probability that we should see a bearish continuation because the rejection candle, its low has been taken out by this current bearish candle. Okay, so you want to see price continue in that direction. All right, so 56 pip. So this is first target, final target. So let's put it that. So this is TP1. TP2. So at this point we have already made peace with ourselves with this particular trade, because it aligns with what we are looking forward to. It aligns with our setup, so we just want to see what the market does. Please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do well to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell, so that whenever I come on live like this, you'll be among the first guys to be notified, or whenever I drop an educational content, you will be the first to notified. Yeah, that remind me, guys, very soon I'm gonna be dropping the flyer. We are still doing our 10k giveaway for the pro account. 10k giveaway, guys. So you can be a part of it. Just follow the rules to be a part of it. Just follow the rules to be a part of it. Alright, so US30 is correcting, it's pushing bullish. So we are basically 4 minutes away from the new 30-minute candle. So let's see, we are still in the trade. Yep. It's not looking good at this point, because it's now retesting the 33,900 and it's seriously pushing higher. So I'm gonna manage my risks. Let me see if you are still gonna have that push. So we have barely 3 minutes to go for this 30 minutes candle to close. And so far, do we have any release? No, there is none that I would be interested in. We only have a release in the next 26 minutes and it's not looking good, so I am closing, taking some negative there. Yeah, so of course it did trigger. I didn't even go into positive, so of course it is what it is. It happens. So but one thing remains for sure, the setup is still intact. We went in for the setup, it did not play out. That's it. That's it. No cause for any alarm. That is why it's always very important to have a good risk management. Always manage your risks all the time. Maintain good or proper money management so that whenever you take a loss, it does not weigh you down, it does not take a toll on your account. Yeah. So for some of us out there that were asking for some support, that is why we are doing the 10K giveaway. So the rules are on the flyer. You can check it out on my Instagram, on my Twitter account. You will see it there, and you follow the rules, you could be the lucky winner. So depending on the performance, who knows, we can even shoot it up to 20K, 50K. So the 30 minutes new 30 minutes candle is up and it has broken the zone. So of course at this point we are no more kind of looking forward for any sell opportunity at this point. Neither are we looking out for buys, because I am more confident that we should be going bearish than the buys, unless of course, let's see. So currently for me, we are still in this range right here. We are still in this range. Price is still respecting this range unless it breaks out. But for now, the sell still looks good for me. It's more pronounced to go in for a sell, but not as an instant execution. Still, if it breaks, if it flips back down, then we can look at further opportunity. But personally at this point, I would be sitting on my hands watching to see how market reacts in the next 15 minutes before I can think of re-engaging in any trade. Remember, I said it, guys, whenever you take a loss or a win, give yourself some time, reanalyze, re-strategize, and come back. You don't want to hit it hard immediately you take a loss or immediately you take a win, so that you don't trigger your emotions and feel that if it was a win you feel that you are invincible and you begin to go heavy lots, and the next moment a small drawdown your account is already crying. Or maybe you are taking a loss and you're now trying to revenge. Of course, for me, overall today I'm in a win, right? I told you guys already, I'm taking partial of what I made in the pound dollar trade to put it on the US30, right? So that is what you should be doing. If you take a win and you are having another trade, risk part of what you made in your previous win. Okay, if you take a loss first, you take a second loss, close for the day, right? So for me, for this stream, we still have one more opportunity to go for a trade if it does present. All right, so you can see what US30 is doing is still trying to aim for the sell, even though it started by pushing higher. This is a 1 hour time frame, so let's go back to the 30 minutes so you see, guys, what I meant, right? So even though it has not triggered, we are still sitting on our hands. So now, for example, some people would have said, oh, if you are saying it's a sell, then let me jump in for a sell. What happens if it dances like this the next 2 minutes and flies up, right? So that is why you always want to trade with confirmations, right? Take advantage of the giveaway, guys. All right, so let's take a look at pound dollar. Pound dollar, it's still doing its thing, guys. It's still so let's see 30 minutes. So now looking at how settled it is, let's take a look at this. So we are having some speech coming up in the next 20 minutes, and 2 p.m. we are seeing some red news. So existing home sales, we have um, power testimony by 2. So trust me, the market might go haywire by 2. So we're gonna still hang on till then to see. Now you see, guys, what I meant. US30 has just broken, so let's see. All right, so at this point, 35 minutes, so we want to see. So we're stepping down to the M15 time frame. Let's check it out on the 5 minutes time frame. So 5 minutes time frame, you could see how it closed below without a wick, and now it's pushing higher. So we want to see a possibility of it coming down to continue bearish. That possibility is still there, guys. So the sell is still very, very active, guys. Look at that. Look at that. It's selling, it's buying, it's selling, it's buying. These are some of the reasons you always need to wait for confirmations. It's better to have a loss knowing well that you had followed your system or followed your trading plan, because before it becomes a system, it means that you might have practiced it over time and seen the results, guys. So anything we are doing out here is something that we have done over time and seen results. We wouldn't come out here to trade with you what doesn't work, guys, right? So I'm just trying to share to the community for free, right? So we are sharing what works. So you're gonna wait. When you are patient as the adage goes, the patient dog eats the fattest bone, guys. So same it is here. You want to be patient, wait for your setup. The market might be noisy, uh, some few rampage here and there. You want to be relaxed and wait for that confirmation. You see that confirmation, then you hit it, right? So of course we would have still been in the trade if this bullish candle did not come to trigger. Of course, even if I had maintained my previous SL, right, it would have taken me out of the trade, and so I would have lost more, right, as against right now, which I decided to minimize my risks at some point to keep my loss smaller. Wow, whoa, crazy, whoa, crazy, crazy shit going on. Crazy, man, crazy, crazy. So we're gonna hang on to 2 p.m. then we see what it has, what the news is gonna bring for us, guys. So like I said, gold, or sorry, pound dollar, you can join it for sell towards this level here. So basically, from the look of things, it should drop. This range should fill. we are seeing Tesla madness live. So 2 minutes for this, for the 15 minutes candle to close. Yes, then we see what 2 p.m. has for us. So Dow currently is, it's 50-50 because we have the red. So let's look at the key players. Microsoft is blue, is green. So we're still looking forward to the sell. Still looking forward to the sell. But we need to see how this closes. Right. So 2 p.m. there is red news, so we want to see how this closes. Right. So gold is did exactly as expected and it's correcting off that point. US oil is still dropping. It's doing more of the dip. It did about 85 pips. That is massive there. So soon we will limit our pace to only 2. So we're gonna be doing any additional pay when we come online and you have a pair of concern, then we just take a look at it. Right, because in recent time, because of the numerous pay we have been looking, we tend to miss some nice opportunities, and which is not uh, a welcoming one for me. So maybe from next month we're going to be doing just 2 pairs so that we can have ample time to pay attention to them and bring you the best of signals and education you deserve. So let me take a look at, so let's stay here, let's look at the index. So the index did exactly as I analyzed. If you also take a look at my weekly analysis, you will see I made mention that we are going to see price retest this level, which of course I made reference to this new level during my live stream on Tuesday, that price will hit that level, and from there we should see a reaction to the bearish direction, and that is exactly what happened. Price did reject around that level, that is the 102.72 level, and we did see a drop from that point. How does this affect the pace? So basically, if this is going bearish, it therefore means that we should see a weakness in the USD, and if it's bullish, we should see strength in the USD. And this has basically been what has been influencing pound dollar and gold, because those are the USD pair we are really paying much attention to. So this has been strength for USD. This is the forward time frames. If you take a look at the 1 hour time frame, so for the past 2 hours there's been strength on the USD, and that is what led to the drop in gold. And currently you can see price went to this level 102.30 and is currently rejected and is now selling. That is why we are also experiencing the strong push in price here on gold. And of course it also coincides that at the point of rejection on the index also coincide with a significant level here on gold, which is the 1919 price level, which I have identified since that price will be heading toward that point. And if you take a look at the daily, you would see and realize that it's a key level, which I'd already explained. So if you are just joining me, then you will need to go through this stream again to be able to understand why I identify this level as a point of exit with regards to the sell that I was expecting. Always try as much as possible to encourage by dropping your comments to tell me how helpful the stream is, what you want me to add to the stream, what you want me to take out of the stream. This is for you guys, so let's encourage by dropping the comments because it is very helpful. And also share the video to your friends to also help them come on board and let's grow together. All right, the more we grow, there are going to be more giveaways. So let's stay on the US30 to see if we will have an opportunity to go in for that sell because we are still eyeing the sell. So we have 9 more minutes to go. 9 more minutes to go. 9 more minutes to go, and you can see the behavior. So these are the reasons why I've said this before, why you need to understand your pay and be patient. So imagine we had joined the sell and this happened, so it means that we would have taken another L. So having understood that there is an incoming news, what happens? We just need to relax and see how price action unfolds. So we have 7 minutes to go. So at this point, let's if this closes this way, if it closes this way, looking at the rejection, then there's a probability that we are going to correct bullish. So we will see in the next 5 minutes. So in the last 2 minutes, I'm going to give you my verdict with regards to US30. If I'm still going to be holding on to the sell, or I will shift my bias for a buy. And if this is gonna buy, trust me, it's gonna be massive. It's gonna be aggressive, man. So looking at this particular setup, trust me, I wouldn't go in for any trade again, whether it's a buy or a sell. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with the setup, and already my time is running out. So unless of course in the next maybe 3 minutes we see it drop towards this point. So if I see it at this level, if it closes this way, then this is a 30 minutes time frame. So let me show where ideally I would be going, I'll be using as my SL, and that would be, so this is gonna be first TP, but I will leave the TP open. So I'm gonna be risking, just want to stay safe, so I'll reduce my risks, go for about 76 pip SL. If it closes around this point, then I'm just going to leave my TP open, because all things being equal, we should see a strong push to 17, sorry, 34100. All right, so that would mean me risking 76 pips going for 178 if it closes the way I'm anticipating. Because it has taken the downward liquidity, it has taken it out, and it has now taken the upward liquidity. So basically, this is what I mean. If you take a look at this range, if I take a look at this range, that is the high. If I take a look at the lower part, this is the low. So this particular candle, this particular 30 minutes candle, has taken out the low of the range, that's also taken out the high of the range. Right, so it is very, very important to how it closes. Okay, so if it does closes bullish, leaving a wick to the top, then it is more indication for me to join the buy, sitting for it to fill the wick I'm probably looking at the volume for it to continue bullish. All right, but if it comes back into the range below this previous candle's high, where the body closed, then it's an invalid trade for me. But if it comes down within where my line is, 33,921, or even below it, which is still above the closure of this previous candle, then it's a nice buy. But if it closes above this range that it has taken out, the way it is right now, strong green candle, even though there's a high probability it's going to continue bullish, I would sit on my hand and stay away from the trade. We are just 1 minute away from the new candle open, so you cannot. All right, so are we getting that candle close just as anticipated? With the current volume, we might see price just spike. All right, so yes, so that is it. Can we get the possibility of that bullish continuation? So basically it did close how I actually anticipated for a bullish continuation. So let's see if it will respect the analysis, or we are going to take one more L and of course close for the day. So based on the anticipation, I'm expecting it to go bullish because it has taken this liquidity down here, liquidity bullish here, and end up here, sorry, and ended up closing bullish above previous candle. So it's respecting structure. So of course, if it sells, it means that there's a manipulation somewhere, of course, which it is normal in this business, and there is nothing I and you can do about it. All right, so I'm actually not seeing the expected volume. With the hype, I expected price to just open and push straight. Either it's going to push bullish or bearish, but of course I'm expecting more of the bulls considering the price action. Let's push through. Let's push through, guys. Yes, let's push through. Yeah. No, darling. So this particular one might be managed behind the scene because time is running out. So this is the first TP, this is the second TP. So of course, if it hits 3400, we would have been able to secure, let's say, 77 pips, right? Because we are risking about 75 pips. So that is it. All right, someone will be asking, why is it that some moments ago you're looking out for sales, now you are going for buy? Come on, guys, I'm a day trader, and of course, one of the qualities of a day trader is being able to switch buyers in line with price action. Trust me, if you want to hold on to your buyers, maybe you have seen, you have analyzed to see that we are going bearish, and you hold on to it irrespective of the price action. You are still holding on to your sell buyers, and price is buying, and you are still holding on to it. Trust me, guy, you are doing yourself, because you're going to be losing a whole lot. I have been there before, you understand, where I see that okay, this is gonna be this is a buy trend, and I'm buying, and I'm holding on to my buy, probably hits my stop loss, does a little bit of correction, I'm still buying again without waiting for confirmation, not seeing that oops, the trade has changed, or maybe even if they're not, the trend has not changed, that basically in the interim, in my trading window, things are not as expected. And as a trader, what is the aim of trading? Your main purpose is to make money. So if flexibility is going to help you to do that, you have to adapt, right? So adapt and trade along that path and secure the bag. That is the most important thing, right? So here we are. All right, so still in the buys. Let's wait a minute, let's wait for some moments and see how it goes. Apparently because of time, we'll have to be managing the trade behind the scene. Let's see if we can wait to around 2:30. Let's see that. Still expecting the push up, so it's taking time though, but of course we are patiently waiting for it. All right, that is what we are paid to do. We are paid to wait. Okay. All right, so the previous high has been taken out and price is pushing. So let's see, can the momentum be sustained? Let's see if the momentum can be sustained, because if it can, then we should see a further push. We want to see that first target, a first stop at 3400. That is where we want to see price head to, right? Oh yeah, that is the push, guys. That is the push, guys. So currently we are sitting on 57, 56 pips. Yeah, it can really do. So we are expecting that push further. Yes, just push it up there for us. Yeah, so this is it, guys. You understand? So this is basically it. So let's see, we want to see that first exit, then we can. So of course at this point, if you had joined this, if you are taking the first L, of course with what we are sitting on currently, it's more than the negative we took. All right, so you can close it and you will still be overall positive, of course, or you will see you break even and wait for it to hit 3400, then you exit, of course. So because the very first trade we took about 50 pips L, and currently as you can see we are already sitting 60, even though it's currently retracing, you understand? So we want to hit that 77 and know that we have secured more on the table. So that is basically what we are looking forward to. So let's see, can we wrap it up? Yeah, push it up, push it up, push it up, push it up, push it up. Yeah, push it up, push it up, push it up. All right, so guys, at this point I'll encourage you, if you're in this trade, just shut it down, shut it down. Yeah. All right, then if you have taken this trade, of course, so you just partial close if you can, or you just shut it down, then allow the rest to run. Make sure you break even, trust me. All right, so this has been an awesome one, an awesome recovery. The first one we took an L because we were looking for a sell. We took about 30 pips, 50 pips L, and we have been able to secure 70 pips on this buy, though we are still expecting more push to this point to have given us a total of 178 pips, guys. So this is it, guys. Don't always be scared of making a loss, trust me. As long as you have a system and you trust in that system, just keep sticking to the system. Today, if you have been a part of this session, you would have learned a lot, because I took my time to break down what is going on at this zone, why I am holding on to this buy. And because of that, I had to stay on with you guys for some more time so that we see how this play out together, guys. So with this, I want to leave you guys with the giveaway once again. If you have not taken part of it, this is your opportunity to take note of the details and be a part of it. It's a 10k prop firm account. We are using my forex funds to run the giveaway, so make sure you take advantage, participate, guys, participate, right? So if you have not subscribed, please kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that anytime I come online live, you will be among the first guys to be notified. All right, so please see, I've also not hit that like button. Please guys, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the like button and share this video. Let others be a part of the community. Let's grow together and let's make money together. As you can see, US30 is still pushing. Gold had corrected the buys that it did to show it was a fake out. US oil here. So let's see GU actually have not given us the sell. Like I said, whenever I'm skeptical about a setup, it mostly does not play out in the interim, or maybe it does play out later. But if you have been a part of the stream for some time now, you realize that I'm not really a fan of GU, especially unless of course we have an exceptional setup. But for this setup, I was able to catch my buy for the pound interest, and at that point I give it a pass and allow it to slide. So this was for people who are still interested in picking trades here on pound dollar. If it comes back down, see how you can capitalize on the sell. So this is it, guys. This is it, guys. This is it, guys. This is it, guys. So on this note, I will be signing out. Thank you for your time. Thank you for staying with me on this live stream. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow same time, 12:45 p.m. GMT. Peace.